And then you preach as a teacher in a church where you can't follow the laws of God. No, we can't follow the laws that man gave us. We can follow the laws of God. These are the laws we will be judged by on the day of judgment. Read.
And that thy days may be prolonged.
So if we keep the Most High's commandments, our days will be prolonged in the land. So prolonged means if you keep the Most High's commandments, you live longer. So now I understand why the average so-called black man die or is killed and can barely reach the age of 55 now. That's why our life expectancy is so short. Because we don't keep the commandments of God, and the other nations know that. They know that if they can keep you from keeping these commandments, if they can convince you into breaking the commandments, then you become lawless and the Most High will cut your life. Read.
Deuteronomy 6:3. Hear, therefore, O Israel, and observe to do it, that it may be well with thee, and that ye may increase mightily, as the Lord God of thy fathers have promised thee.
And you might what?
As the Lord God.
Read the whole verse. Read it.
Hear therefore, O Israel, and observe to do it, that it may be well with thee, and that ye may increasingly mightily, as the Lord God of thy fathers have promised thee. No, sir.
That ye may increase mightily. Read it again.
Hear therefore, O Israel, and observe to do it, that it may be well with thee, and that ye may increase mightily, as the Lord of thy fathers have promised thee.
So if we follow the laws, statutes, and commandments of God, we will increase. Things will become better for us. Now look at our nation. Look at our earth. Because there is no laws. You have men following other men out here instead of following the Most High. I hear all these laws that man must follow, but yet they put down the laws of God. There's a lot of them out there. Nation of Islam will follow any law Farrakhan brings out of his mouth. He can make up a law and they'll follow it in the Nation of Islam. Even in these other organizations, your preacher can get on the corner and give a law. I mean, from the pulpit, because they don't go out in corners anymore. And they'll give you a law, and everyone, here's a perfect example. When they came out with that book, The Purpose-Driven Life, every preacher in the country was pushing this guy's book and made this Caucasian guy rich off of a purpose-driven life. They made a law. I don't need a book called The Purpose-Driven Life if I have the Bible. The Bible is my purpose-driven life. That's a perfect example of putting down the Most High's commandments and picking up all these other books and following men. And this is the condition the earth is in because we're not following the laws anymore. We're not looking in the book no more. A lot of us make simple and unlearned gestures or comments saying, well, I don't follow the Bible because it's the white man's book. Common sense to tell you that all the people in the Bible were black people, man. Any learned person, that's one of the most ignorant statements I've ever heard. I don't read the Bible because it's a white man's book. Anyone that understands history knows that all the people in the Bible were black people. That's why they had to put up this guy as Jesus Christ. To make you think, to relate the picture with the book. To try to make you think this picture was in the book. Alright? So now you done put down the book. Bless you, sister. You put down the book where your salvation lies. There's commandments we must follow. And now since we've put down the commandments, we got sisters running around hugging and fondling one another sisters. Brothers having sex with other brothers. A lawlessness nation called America, pushing laws that's totally against the laws of the Most High God. Why? Because you parents are not picking up the Bible and showing your children the commandments of God. Show them all you have to do is say, listen, with the Most High, there's do's and don'ts. He's just like any other parent. You're not going to have your children in your house doing what they want to do. You got do's and don'ts in your home. You have laws in your home. So you think this God, this all-powered God is on the throne, looking at the earth saying you can do what you want to do? He has given us do's and don'ts too. They're called commandments. And if you don't teach your children, their school teacher, which might be a homosexual, will teach your children. Or a principal, which might be a homosexual, will teach your children. Their commandments. The commandment that they can do whatever they want to do because they follow a God that will allow them to. And what God is that? Satan. Read on.
Hear therefore, O Israel. O Israel.
That's another thing they're not teaching you in these schools and in these churches. That you black people are the real Jews. They're not teaching you that you're the real Jews. You're the Israelites. They're not teaching you that. Yeah, the Gentiles say, well, we don't got to follow the commandments. You know why? Because the commandments was not given to them. That's why they're teaching you you don't have to follow the commandments. But we are held to a higher standard. That's why we get punished more. That's why we suffer great persecution in the earth. Because to whom much is given, much is required. The Most High has given you everything, given you His Spirit, and you know the Spirit is in you because the way you interact. No other people on earth are like you. He gave you the Spirit, but you're using it for Satan. He gave it to you. But into whom much is given, much is required. That's why you're suffering here. You're supposed to be the light of the earth. You're supposed to represent the whole earth. And when we come down here and look at Atlanta, Georgia, man, our people aren't representing nothing here, man. They almost gave you your own city, and look what you're doing in it. Evil and wickedness, witchcraft, sorcery, homosexuality at an all-time high. People come here to be celebrated homosexuals. And it's not right, man. And I'm saying that, well, you can't say that. We shouldn't tell the children that. We should teach our children about homosexuality very young. Because, believe it or not, as soon as our children hit the school, 5, 6 years old, their homosexual teachers are teaching them how to be homosexual. It's in the middle schools already. Look at that, man. It's in the school what they call alternative lifestyles. And you might not think that this is something that it might not be a bad thing to teach in a society. Because to each man his own. That's what they teach you, to each man his own. What I do in the privacy of my own home is my business. Okay, that's true. So why do I gotta hear about gay marriages then? If it's in the privacy of your own home, take it in your own. Go back into the closet. Don't march out in the street and say that I'm gay. If you're saying that I'm not to say anything because you can do what you want in the privacy of your home, keep it in your home then. But if you make it public, we're going to condemn it because it will affect our children. Okay, because if a homosexual, because we don't live like we used to live in Israel where you had your own land separated, you can have a homosexual, a freak, living right next door to you, man. And guess what? He's in your house. You might not think he's in your house. He's